I think they said today is the last day of the heat wave. And I can say I am grateful. I think that this heat has been really, I don't know, just subconsciously tricking me into feeling like I can't go outside during certain times of the day. But I said, I got to do my walk around the block because just need to get the circulation flowing. You know, that's a big part of healing. So I am here and I was like, wow, it seemed like the day just went by so fast. What did I even do today? And then I had to remind myself that, you know, time is not like there's no need to rush. And not every day is going to feel like this, huge, eventful day or this super productive day. And that's okay. I still managed to take in a lot of good vibes and information. I ate really well today. I cooked a little bit. I ate a little bit of takeout. I was able to have good, peaceful interactions with the people around me. I don't have many social interactions per day, like just with the outside world here, but I was able to exchange a lot of great brainstorming ideas with a friend. It still turned out to be an amazing day, even though I'm like, oh, that's one more day that I'm closer to, I guess, the next phase or the next step. And then what you have to realize is I had these days here where it kind of feels like my life is on a pause, but I've had these days in Mexico where it's like, I feel like, what happened today? What really did I do today? And it doesn't feel like anything happened. It doesn't feel like anything was done, and then you wonder. And this is the feeling that I'm really wanting to be very careful of. Did I waste time? But then I have to remember that this is the thought that I am grounding myself in. I create time. I create the experience of time in my mind. Time doesn't pass me by. I spend time like a currency. So whatever I choose to put my focus on in a particular segment of time, I have total control over that. So the more tuned in I am on how I'm feeling in alignment in the moment or not, determines whether or not the time was wasted or not. If I don't have cognitive dissonance about something that I did, then there was no time wasted. If I enjoyed myself, there was no time wasted. Actually, that can be applied to a lot of things. It can be applied to relationships. I mean, there are some relationships, or I won't call them relationships because that term can be confusing for some people. Because you're in relation with everything in your environment. I'm in relation with the clothes I'm wearing, the air I'm breathing, every single house I can see on this street. I'm in a certain type of relationship with it. But if I say I'm interacting with someone and we're just talking and I call that a relationship, y'all gonna call me crazy, so I'm not gonna call it a relationship even though it is. But it's just, that's because I don't use the term relationship the way normal people do. It's like you have to go through the whole rigmarole and you have to go through the conversation. I'm in relationship with you when I'm having a conversation with you. When our attention is no longer on one another, if we haven't exchanged any bodily fluids and you haven't left any DNA inside of me and vice versa, then the relationship is over at that time. But you have a relationship with the checkout person at the counter. But see, people don't want to understand that we're all in relationship with each other all the time. But I say that to say this. some of these talking moments that I'm having with men, I've been frustrated lately, like wanting to call them colossal wastes of time. Not only wanting to call the moments a waste of time, but wanting to call the men themselves a waste of time. But the reason why I'm not going to do that is because it's really an implication of whether or not I was in alignment at the time. Was I aware of what I was doing? Like, where was my consciousness in the moment? And that's on me. That's on me whether or not I could determine whether or not the person and whatever we were talking about was worth my energy and attention. So I don't want to say things that, I don't want to call myself out. I'm just going to hold myself accountable. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. And I'm just going to say it was a learning experience for me to recognize how it feels to pass the time in conversation with a man versus spending actual time getting to know them. Spending time getting to know them feels fulfilling, and whether it turns into anything deeper or not, it just doesn't feel like I was robbed, you know? But I think ongoing conversations with men where I don't feel like I learned anything about myself and them, that's where I tend to feel like, oh, that was a waste of time, you know, because it was just like, why are we talking if I don't feel like I'm actually gaining any real insight, you know? There's no insight here. Like, it's small talk, basically. It's small talk. And I have to just get myself out of that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. What matters is every moment that you are tuning in with yourself. I have to do that so many times throughout the day, but it's a practice, you know, and checking in with oneself. This is a beautiful breeze, by the way. Checking in and knowing. Is this where I'm supposed to be right now? This is the best use of my time and energy and attention right now. It has to be okay to seek entertainment sometimes. It has to be okay to, like, not constantly be on the job search, not constantly be out on the lookout, on the grind, to not constantly be seeking companionship. It has to be okay to do that. So you can sit and chill and watch a movie and laugh or whatever, you know? You can sit and chill and do nothing and say nothing. That's okay too. Like, you do not have to be like actively doing something at all moments. That's really okay. So yeah, that was just some thoughts that I had. I wanted to feel active, and I'm just glad that I got out for this walk. And now I'm about to see this dog. Well, I don't know if the dog is going to be outside this time, and the dog is so big. It would take up so much space inside. So I'm going to see this really big dog, which is what I wanted. So that's why I wanted to come this way. And that's it. So take care. It's just a fun little 9 minutes. Fun little 9-minute little conversation. And just thoughts as I walk to myself.